Welcome to Synthesizer Studio Berlin. I'm Stefan Bobinger, and today I want to talk a little bit about Bitwig Studio 5.1 update. So we got quite a bit of new features here. For me, most importantly is the new mixer functions, so you can finally make your tracks bigger or smaller. And for me, a long requested feature is you can select multiple channels and change the volume directly from the fader, and you don't have to go into the external in this little info window anymore. So that was a much requested feature for me over the last 2-3 years, and now finally we have it. And this was actually one of the things that kept me a little bit from using Bitwig over the last year. And the other thing is we now have audio quantization. So you can finally quantize your audio, and you actually have a little bit more functions than in the other DAWs with this onset threshold. You can actually choose the transients you actually want to select for the quantization. So the mainly advertised feature here is actually the new filters and the new filter device, Filter Plus and Sweep. And you can actually both turn these into grid devices. So you just have to right click them and then they turn into a poly FX grid or FX grid. And so you can try all these new filter and Waveshaper modules either in these two new devices or in the grid. And we also have some voice stacking options more that you can, and more up to 16 voices now, I think, that can be stacked. So I would say let's open Bitwig up and I'll show you how it works. So you select all channels with a shift, and then you can change the size of your of how you see the channel. And what's new is here now on the side, you can change the size of your volume meters here. And we also have these new remote controls now here, which got updated, I think, a few months ago. So this is how the mixer can look now, basically, or you make it very small and like this. And you can touch anywhere here now, and you can drag all faders. And I think this should also, no, it doesn't work from the controller. So now I'm using touch controller from the push, and it still just moves one. But like this, basically you can then have a main selected channel, I guess, that still has the fader here, and then you can move them all together with the mouse. Before, this used to be here in this small window on the left, and here you still have some extra options for chaos. Like, I don't know if anybody of you ever used them, but if you look at the faders now, when you touch this chaos knob, you get some chaos in the parameters so yeah. And I guess if we want to have them all back together, we still have to do it one by one. So this is the new select all and click one fader and move them all together relatively to another works also for Sense, and yeah, record ready as well. So let's look at these new filters. So this is the filter plus. So we're now on the grid. Maybe let's make a small, what kind of sound do we have here? So we have a pad here. Let's make a long note and see what these new filters can do. So this is the low pass Moog style. And this XP one here, you can have like a high pass and a low pass in series now. And then you can directly modulate this from here. So audio rate modulation, no problem here. And so we have what's, let's look at the, what are all the new filter styles? Fizz can sparkle, shimmer like a phaser, or vocalize like a formant filter. Two cutoffs give you control over the main filter and the filter inside the feedback circuit. So there's a feedback circuit inside the filter. It's called Fizz. Okay, let's play the pad again. So you actually get the note shown to you for the frequency of the feedback. So if you want to generate a tone, I guess, or something. But I don't hear any self-oscillation. Okay, so this is very high. I have to go with the filter there. So 3 kilohertz. Okay, so we can get some really crazy feedbacks here if you're not too careful. And they, like most effects here, have like a pre and post effects, but let's first try this new Waveshaper, I guess. And there we have, I guess, all these 5 new characters are the new ones. push heats or howl shred diode. So, and now we can actually convert this to this other new device called Sweep, and there you have 2 filters, and then you can actually mix the first filter into the second or have them run independently. So now they're running independently, and the second filter here on the right still gets the sound from the Waveshaper, but like if you turn it totally to the right, the sound from the first filter goes through the Waveshaper and then into the next filter. So if we just use a low pass here. Go back to hertz. Let's put a LFO on here. That's also a new one they've added lately. So you can use Wavetables now, like from Bitwig or your own library here. I added the Wavetables from this late digital synth from their bundle here to my, so I can just take a shape here and then use a different index and the wave shape gets totally different. So maybe something like this here, and then put this on this filter, and then we get a totally crazy modulation. Let me record this chord here. The voice stacking also works for the for an effect here, so I actually put it on the wrong device. I wanted to put it on the grid here. So voice stacking on. Let's turn it off here again, and then we can maybe modulate the filter here of the voice stacking and see what happens. Okay. So filter. This is one. No, stack spread, is that what I wanted? No, let's modulate the filter here. Let's see what happens. And then I need a randomizer. So yeah, this would be quite high CPU intensive modulation going on here, and lots of voices. So 12 voices playing right now. So we could actually add one of these new modules. What are they called again? Waveshaper. Is this a module? No. Is this in here? No, the saturator wasn't updated, so maybe let's just put a grid in here, and then let's see, where's the new Waveshaper shaper here. So maybe So now, since we have a nice drone running with the new shapers and filters and lots of voices stacked, let's maybe add a loop from my loop cloud library. Let's go for percussion. And now I just want to show you the new audio quantization function. And okay, loop cloud is low. Let's match the tempo maybe. And then search percussion. Yes, loops. And then match tempo. Yes. Sorry. Still a little sniffles here left. So. Okay, so this sounds not 100% straight maybe, so we can try this function. But it's already 110. That's okay. So I have automatic raw for long loops, but I think we want Elastic Pro for this. As you can see, we now have hits here, all a little bit off the beat. And now let's go. So either you can just go straight quantize audio. Let's maybe make a new quantize audio, maybe I'll shift Q. Yeah, okay, so this is just would just be this now. And now we have everything quantized to the grid that's here specified, I guess. Let's go one step back. That's what I say. Let's go for quarter notes and do this again. Okay, well, still is it on the 16th, I guess. So it remembers what's set back here. So you can change the onset detection here. If you just go for the big beats, basically this would be like 16% onsets, and then I could say here. So I'm not sure. Say okay, this is the big ones. Yeah. Okay, now it got all the big hits. the big transients and yeah, stretch them around quite strongly, but totally on the grid. So we actually have more functions here than what we used to have in Ableton. So I really appreciate this update here with this function, which makes life much easier. So if I now want to quantize my audio, I don't have to switch the AW and can do it straight in Bitwig, and I actually have more functions than I had in my mainly used DAW before. So this is amazing, basically. And yeah, let's see here what happens here when we do this kind of stretching. Okay. Okay, I did nothing like that. On the fourths. No. Okay. We can also humanize now, which is interesting. So let's go for 16s, full threshold, humanize. What? Why isn't he doing it now? Let's say I just want to quantize this. Then I have to, okay, let's chop it and then quantize. No. Do I have to go in the stretch mode? No. What did I do? It worked so good, and now nothing is happening. No. No. Do I have to go 100%? Is that the... No. Let's try this again. Wait, so let's get a loop, another one. Yeah, all straight, that's not good. I need something. Now I think I know I got what I forgot to put it in Elastic Pro, and now now I can stretch it again. Okay, so I have a standard option. Where is it? Here. So long loops would usually go to raw for me. So if I do it in Elastic Pro, then it should all be fine. Let's try this again. So standard Elastic Pro, and then we can stretch this here to whatever, and then right click quantize audio. Take the big ones, put them to fourths. Okay, now it works. So no raw files, only stretched files. Makes sense. Yeah. So I guess now you can just select anything here. Hopefully, no. Okay, then yeah, and then you can quantize that again. Maybe to something. Yeah, like that. So just quantizing a region is not possible. You have to cut apart, and then you can quantize that again. Interesting. Different workflow, but okay. And sounds okay. Totally out of the rhythm now, but okay. Let's try another rhythm maybe. Oops, that was the wrong one. Fuck. No, he has the wrong one again. Okay, let's try this here. Okay, that was just the setting I had before, so maybe let's go here again. since the last time I made a video, which is new now, is also like we have these remotes here, so I can go into the polygrid here, I guess, and then put the filter here, I guess, and maybe the release here, and then I can go to project and add these here too. And now I would go maybe also here to the filters of this, and the reverb maybe here, and the mix, and then we can add a different filter maybe here for the, just for giggles. Filter plus is the new one, and then we can put this here as well, and we have them all basically in one container now. And I think, yeah, I can click that now basically for my controller, and now I can modulate all of the parameters for my push directly for multiple channels. So that's been added, I think we have version 5 or a little bit earlier, and yeah, so in the last videos I did it about Bitwig, this was all not there yet, and yeah, so I'm really happy about the new functions and what you can do now and how stable it is, and also the browser was also updated with version 5, I think, and now you can just write whatever you're looking for, like and now I'm just in the devices because that's selected here, but if I go for everything, now I have my virtual mix rack right here and all the other stuff. If I just go for plugins, I just see the plugins that have that name, and if I now maybe go for, I don't know, grid again, then I'm, I guess, back here with all, and then there's directly the grid and whatever I need. So here's instruments, audio effects, and yeah, really cleaned up browser, I would say, and now I can just go for whatever plugin alliance, and then I have all plugin alliance plugins here from the subscription basically. And if I just oops, what did I do now? So you just write whatever you're looking for, and then basically you get it, and then if you want the presets, you click on the small icon here, and then you get basically all grid FX presets, and then loads them directly in there, and then you get huge modular effects here that you can even modulate more. And as I showed you before, I think Wavetable LFO was one of the newest modulator devices that was added lately, and yeah, the other stuff has been there for a while, I think. So yeah, this is version 5.1, new features, amazing new mixer features that we've been waiting for a long time. And yeah, audio quantization finally in Bitwig, and some new filters and Waveshapers and all new project macros, a macro modulation, I would call this. And yeah, I like it. I'll have fun with this the next few months, I think, and make a few more videos now, since the workflow problems that I had with Bitwig are basically eliminated now. And yeah, this is a good thing. This is something we've all been waiting for, I guess. So see you next time, and yeah, bye bye. And yeah, sorry for my low voice. I think next time we'll be back to normal. See you then. Bye bye.